Today is 708 day that I'm here to share lessons I learn and I'm learning. I hope this also supports your dreams, your goals, allow you to become the person that you want to become. Today speak about one more emotion. And this is emotion very interesting. Not a lot of people really think about it. And that is amusement. Now, a lot of times people know amusement parks, but not a lot of times people think about, okay, how are we supposed to feel amusement? And I was one of those people. I never thought about amusement. And today I did a research and looked into what amusement means and how I potentially could get that. And why it's important to really have that amusement and find ways how to feel more amusement in our life. Now, when I started researching amusement, what I first found is that when people need to change, improve, most time, majority of people change by progress, by positivity, not by negativity. So amusement and positive and progress allows you to take action, because what happens is that negative thoughts, negative emotions leads to inaction. Positive thoughts and positive emotions leads to inaction. So that means when you have some difficulty, when you need to make a change, if something is going wrong, we need to look into always positives, always amusement, all the play game. So that means the amusement is part of the game, part of the improvement. So when you see that improvement and solving something, improving and solving that puzzle, and you see that puzzle is getting bigger and bigger and bigger, you feel amused, and of course that allows you to keep moving forward. Because most negative risk mitigation things, so I said, don't do that, you will lose something. What you will lose doesn't work as much. Sometimes it's important to know, but it doesn't help as much as you think about what the progress will allow a person to do. So I really loved when I was looking at when you like laughter, you are looking for it. So when you need to look here, what do I like? I like amusement. Okay, so where is supposed to look for amusement? Because there's a lot of places that you're able to look for amusement. Now, of course, people say that amusement is for kids. It's a waste of time, waste of money, waste of something. But I could tell you right away, I really learned that when you energized, when you have amazing attitude and clear mind, you execute faster. So let's say we have 4 hours of working, 4 hours to finish a very important project. What do? You work 4 hours? It depends, of course, how much energy you have. But let's say that you don't have energy, and you have lack of energy, lack of attitude, lack of clear mind. And what do you do with those 4 hours? I truly believe that number one thing when you have 4 hours is allocate first hour into amusement. So that means how to go to comedy show, go look at comedy, some kind of training. Now, of course, I do not say that you need to do every single time, but I say that when you are really negative, when you are tired, when you don't have energy, first hour is better to allocate into amusement and really lift your energy up, lift your laughter. And what you do, that means that next 3 hours, you will actually have faster. So that means in 3 hours, you'll be able to do 6 hours work. So does it make sense to invest 1 hour to amusement, to play, to get better, to improve your attitude and energy, to really work much faster in those 3 hours, or really try to push those 4 hours and basically you will do only 4 hours of work? Now, of course, I know that is very hard. It's very hard to allocate 1 hour to yourself, to play, to create energy, because it seems that it's a waste of time. But as I said, when you try once, twice, and third time, that when you invest 1 hour into yourself, in creating amazing attitude and laughter, you come back with so much energy that work just flies, and you are happy that you did that allocation 1 hour into amusement, and you get grateful because of that. Now, of course, people will say that could be distraction or procrastination. Unless you book specifically for that time and give specific time to do that. Like I will allocate 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour, and I will not scroll through YouTube. I will not do the mindless things that doesn't allow you to recharge, because amusement needs to be about recharging your energy, recharging your positivity and laughter. So that means if that activity doesn't do that, Don't do that. So that means that it's a waste of time. So it's better to allocate your time to working. But if you go think and start, okay, what really allows me to recharge? What allows me to be amazed and amused and really find a way how to laugh and enjoy my time and build that energy. And when you find those activities, it's a beautiful thing that you're able to allocate 1 hour into those things. And of course, then you're able to work hard on a project you're working on. Now, again, I was looking at amusement, and a lot of times people say that it's very hard to find amusement. But again, amusement is a part of choice. Because when you go to amusement park, or when you do some kind of event, you can go to a comedy show. People are laughing, everyone is laughing. But one thing is that they're saying that when you're in a depressive state, most time laughter goes first. So people who are not laughing into comedy shows, a lot of times that it shows that they are not able to shut their minds off. Because most comedy shows are very amazing. There's a lot of laughter to make. But when people are not able to laugh, a lot of times it shows that they are somewhere else. A lot of times they sit in a comedy show, but their mind is still thinking about the work or anything else. And of course, if your mind's somewhere else and you're not listening to the show, of course you will not be able to laugh because your mind is somewhere else. So that means if you want to really look for amusement, when you show up in a comedy show, show up for yourself and shut your mind off. Be present and really enjoy the time. Now, other thing is that a lot of times people say that I don't have time for hobbies. That is a long term. Like when I think about a year, and people say like I don't have time for hobbies. I don't have time for amusement because I'm pursuing my career. I'm pursuing the things that matter. I pursue a career that allows me to leave my job, allows me to get financially free, allows me to build to make money for my family. But I'm always asking like, what kind of person your family is looking for you? They are looking you for always depressed, always complaining about everything, or are they looking the best of you? And if they're looking the best of you, they need you at the best energy and with a positive attitude. So having a couple hours a week to your passions, to your hobby, I truly believe is essential because attitude is important. When you have great attitude, you attract success much faster. People are moving and complaining and working very hard to achieve great things, but they do not understand how much complaining and bad attitude really distracts them from achieving success. So I'm a huge believer that every single person needs to find opportunity to get amusement, to get to hobbies, to get play in their week. Now, so I would love to share the things that I've wrote down about where you can go and find amusement. So, of course, we can theme parks, comedy shows I mentioned, sport events. You can do sports. You can look into events and sport events. I don't like too much watching games. I like participating. Board games with friends, concerts, movies, carnivals, escape rooms, puzzles, trampoline parks. There's so many opportunities that you're able to find amusement. But again, I really love the saying that when you like something, you are looking for it. So if you like amusement, if you like positive attitude, if you like to be grateful, you will look for opportunities to be grateful. So let's start liking the emotion that is positive. Let's stop complaining because people have a tendency to look and complain a lot of times. But every single day we need to ask like, okay, what happened today great? What happened today? Things that I like. Because it's scientifically proved that for us, it's harder to recover from negative emotions. So if we know that, and we need to be intentional to reduce those negative emotions and put, okay, there's one thing that happened great, or like 10 things that happened great, and then 2 things that happened not that great. And people have a tendency, including myself, focus on those 2. So that means we need to choose and be intentional that, okay, forget about those 2. Just reflect if does it have any like impact on tomorrow, and of course then focus on those positive emotions as you write down a gratefulness journal and really start living much more life with more amusement, with positive attitude. Because when you have positive attitude, when you live a life with amusement, you have more energy, better attitude, and of course you attract much more success. So I hope you choose to win and see you tomorrow.